what are we doing? That's awesome. That's really nice, isn't it? Yeah, so that sort of vibe really, basically. But you like the way that fringe sits. Yeah, nice. And what do you like about that one?
How it's like how it flicks, where it sits.
Okay. How it like bends and styles. So it'll be like that, but you'll just get more like lift. You're just gonna get more out of this and more width to it. Yeah, cool.
I want it to be sort of, I like flicking it.
Okay.
So I like to flick it sort of at my eye.
So what, you blow dry it like that so it does that sort of feeling?
Yeah, but then I straighten it and make it like really quite flicky.
Okay. So what, you straighten it like that and then sort of
I sort of
bend it, okay.
Bend it.
Almost like bend it back sort of thing.
Yeah, so it goes really like flicky, but here I like to do it.
So you almost have it a bit longer, but so it bounces into that sort of shape. So if you look at it there, so you almost want it to be sort of there, and then and keep that like angle to it, where it's got that, it's got like that shape to it.
So it does the
nice. Okay, cool.
And then I've got some layers, which I like because then when I make it a bit curlier, twist it a bit, it gives it a bit more movement. So I don't know if it needs more layers. Okay. So it's quite like shaggy. Yeah, you want that. Okay, cool. It's that kind of like shag sort of haircut to it. It's cool. I don't know if to maybe take a tiny bit of length off it. I essentially want to keep it long.
No, okay.
I don't want to make it any shorter.
I think the length's nice. I think if you just tidy it up slightly, but this, like if you're always wearing it sort of off parting in the centre sort
wherever
of.
Wherever it falls, really.
So your layer at the moment is there. So if you imagine only between there and there is your current layer, if you want to get more of that like shag haircut, especially when you style it to make it pop a bit more, you could definitely take that to sit more about there. Yeah. So it's almost like where your fringe goes, you're kind of following that contour of it, and then you get that shape. Yeah. And then when you curl it or straighten it or whatever, if you straighten it, it will sort of blend, but if you curl it, you'll get more of like a width out of this. Yeah. Whereas at the moment, it's kind of more gathers here, you'll get more of like that, and then that, so it'll feel a lot wider. You'll do that more that, which I think will be nice. So, yeah. And I won't shape this too much here, I'll leave that length. That'll become the shape, and then we'll create more of a layer. And then do you want to have, you like this softer, don't you? Yeah, not too black. So I'll clean it, I'll like tidy it by about that, and then I'll like texturize it and soften it, and then go through the end, so this is all a bit more softer and undone. So you get that nice lift and life to it. And then I'll show you a nice way to blow dry this. And then do you want to style it any particular way? Tiny bit of a wave so you can see the... Yeah, so if I do that little kick thing, so I'll show you that. So it shows off the layers. And then if you tie it up, do you want that to be... I tie it up in sort of a... It's caught in the microphone, I tend to tie it up in a pony sort of in the middle, a bit like that. So if you do that... And then I have my fringe out, so I can that, extend the washing. Yeah, exactly. And then so you've got to look wash the fringe and then flick it. Yeah, nice. So really just make that pop a bit more like that sort of thing. Yeah, cool. All right. So as long as I can still tie it up with the layers, that's easy. I mean, you can cut if you're tying it up there. Yeah. I mean, the only thing that's going to fall out really is your fringe. Yeah, which the layer. I mean, you'll be. I don't mind if the bit of the layer falls out. No, you won't. You won't. You'll get all that, but the layer won't fall out, even being a bitch, because you're only taking up that much more off it, so it'll be fine. Yeah. Perfect. Cool. Right. Let's do that. Let's get that.